we just finished actually recording our SmackDown reactions, and I'm excited for that segment to go out live, but it is now time to turn our attentions to tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw, and without further ado, I must do a formal bandana change.
You came prepared.
We must switch from SmackDown Blue to Raw Red, everybody. It is time for our Raw predictions segment, and well, we already predicted the women's Queen of the Ring semifinal match today. We did that on Friday, so go check out our short that we posted on our channel if you haven't seen that yet. We are not going to re-predict Jade Cargill versus Roxanne Perez tonight.
Good point.
No spoilers either, so you have to go watch if you want to know who we chose.
That's right.
All right, but we do have two matches that we have not predicted yet, and I want to get into those with you, and we're going to start with the Intercontinental Women's Championship belt. There is a title on the line tonight. It is Becky Lynch defending against Bayley, who is back recently. Now, I don't have a dog in this fight, really, except that I want to see Becky kind of stay champion. Everything that I've seen from Bayley since she's been back, no offense to the Bayley fans out there, I'm just not that impressed or into it. I appreciate that she came to the defense or whatever of Lyra, but I also feel like Lyra can take care of herself also. So it made all her presence has done for me so far is weaken Lyra's character, not necessarily done anything to amplify Becky's character. And I don't really just buy their feud that much.
Yeah, it's hard to buy. There's no... What is the fight for?
This is what I call like a layover in the industry where like they're just doing this to kill some time before the real threat emerges in the future.
Not a good storyline in there.
Yeah, not for me at least. And again, we don't have a ton of old history with these storylines and with these characters. We're still getting to know everyone as we get back into it all. But I like Becky on the mic, and I think she should have the belt for a minute.
Well, she just won the belt.
At least till SummerSlam.
She won the belt back. I would imagine she will be the winner of this match.
Yeah, I want to see. She had a post press conference when she won the title, and she talked about Evolution, which is the all women's event that's coming up in July. And so I would expect her to retain the title throughout all of this. So my prediction is Becky tonight will win. Here. And yeah, we'll see what happens. We've been wrong before.
Of course. It's a 50-50 chance.
It is. And there's no gambling on this. So it literally is 50-50 because you don't know which way the writers are going to go. It's a scripted event. All right. Without further ado, we do have this big King of the Ring tournament matchup that we need to predict. And we did talk about this matchup already, and we decided not to post it because it was a lot about like the potential matchups involving Sami Zayn or Randy Orton, about which one of these two would match up well with those two. But however, we now know Randy Orton won his matchup, and so it kind of became less about that and more about which one of these two and Randy Orton would become a great finals for the Peacock event this weekend in Saudi Arabia.
And tonight we have Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso.
Exactly, yeah. So we have Cody Rhodes taking on Jey Uso for that final spot to take on Randy Orton at Night of Champions. And this is it. This is a chance to kind of re-predict, now that we know it's Randy Orton, which one of these two do you think it's going to be?
Either one of these two guys will give people what they want, whether it's Cody or whether it's Jey. It's a tough one. I'm going to go with Cody Rhodes.
You are? Interesting. I think I'm going to go with Jey Uso.
Okay.
I looked up some data before this, just between you and me. I didn't cheat. I was just kind of curious. Okay. Now, it's not that it's never happened, but Jey Uso and Randy Orton have not matched up with each other a lot. They've only done 2 matchups in history against each other, whereas Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton have a lot more history and matchups against each other. I don't know if that helps my argument or weakens my argument, to be honest, but I'm going to say Jey Uso because of the rarity factor and that it's just something we haven't gotten to see much before. And when you're on the world global stage like they're trying to be in Saudi Arabia this weekend, I think you got to give people things that they've never seen before. And it's not that we've never seen this matchup, but we just haven't seen a lot of it.
Okay.
So maybe that makes it more interesting. Or maybe people want to see the classics. Maybe they want to see the Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton classic.
Again, 50-50 on this one.
And we each chose a different one. So one of us is going to be right.
And one of us is going to be wrong.
Oh, well, stay tuned, everyone. Raw is on tonight. It is live. You know, I don't even know where it's at, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's in the Northeast somewhere because they were all in New York City this weekend for SummerSlam and doing a promo event at Fanatics for SummerSlam.
Well, they did Michigan the week
They
before.
were in Michigan, then New York City. So I just wouldn't be surprised if they're like, and because they got to fly to Saudi Arabia after this.
So
SmackDown is in Saudi Arabia.
So it makes sense for them to leave in the East Coast versus the West Coast.
Correct. I wouldn't be surprised if they're in Boston or just New York. In
Pennsylvania.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
all right. Well, stay tuned, everybody. We are going to be reacting to Raw tomorrow night and getting ready for the big Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia this weekend. Stay tuned.